going on, everyone? The Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers are in quite the predicament. This past season, we saw all of the drama ensue between the Packers and Aaron, and with the underwhelming performance and early exit in the playoffs, it's very likely that Aaron Rodgers played his last game in a Green Bay uniform. All of the drama and speculation is likely going to bleed over into this upcoming season with the rumors that he is going to play elsewhere, as well as potentially even retiring. And now with the other MVP that he just won, he is back-to-back MVP and in this spot where he's going to have to make a real decision. Obviously, the Packers are probably going to try to do whatever they can to keep him around, but it's reached this boiling point where it might be best for both parties just to part ways and Aaron to move on. Now, all of the rumors and speculations, for the most part, have been centered around the Denver Broncos, that they wanted him last year, that they made a push for him, and he could very well go to the Broncos. They're a promising young team. They have a pretty solid defense, but they have a good offensive core. They're young, they're hungry, and they could really achieve a potential Super Bowl. That's at least the talk surrounding the Broncos. The issue is it's going to be a tough division. You're going to see Patrick Mahomes several times, and although Aaron Rodgers is arguably one of the best, if not the best quarterbacks in the NFL, he's a competitor at the end of the day. He could care less about having to go through Mahomes or whoever else, Allen, so on and so forth. He is ready for that challenge. But I think that there are other teams in the NFL that make a lot more sense for Aaron to go to, and with what we've seen the last 2 years, with Tom Brady going to the Bucs and winning a Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford going to the Rams and winning a Super Bowl, it's very likely that Aaron Rodgers could do the same thing. Go to a team that is borderline contender and lead them in a charge to a Super Bowl, especially Aaron Rodgers. Matthew Stafford just did it. The Rams went all in. Aaron Rodgers is a tremendous upgrade over Matthew Stafford, and you could even make the argument an upgrade over Tom Brady, which is another rumor that's going around that now that Brady has retired, maybe Aaron goes and slots in with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I don't think that'll happen, and I personally don't think that the Denver Broncos thing will happen, and though it could, of course, and it wouldn't shock me at all, I wanted to give you a list of 5 teams that I think he could potentially go to and immediately be a contender. Some of these teams right off the bat are easy plug and plays for Aaron Rodgers. A couple of them are going to have to work some numbers, move things around, do whatever it takes to get a caliber player like Aaron Rodgers. But guess what? When somebody like Aaron Rodgers wants to go to your franchise, you make it happen. And we've seen it before countless times throughout the NFL. Whatever needs to make work makes work. And these people upstairs are professionals and they know what they need to do in order to make it fit. So that being said, here are 5 teams that I think would be immediate contenders with Aaron Rodgers outside of the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. These 5 teams I think immediately would be able to achieve what the Rams and the Buccaneers did. I'm going to rank them from number 5 to my number 1. That being said, here is number 5, and that is the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, for whatever reason, the Cleveland Browns seem to absolutely love him. They're very likely going to throw more money at him, and I don't really understand why. I think Cleveland has the roster it needs to win a Super Bowl. The problem is the quarterback play, and we've seen it with Baker countless times already, and a huge example is OBJ. I mean, OBJ left Cleveland, went to the Rams, and immediately made a major impact. He immediately showed why he is one of the, if not the best receiver at one point in the entire NFL. And there was no grace period. There was no downtime. There was no adjusting to the Rams offense. I mean, he literally was plug and play and was majorly successful. It's really unfortunate he got hurt in the Super Bowl, but a lot of the issues that people were saying was it is Baker Mayfield. And OBJ kind of became the scapegoat that proved, hey, it is Baker Mayfield. And so I think if they were willing to let him go and bring in an Aaron Rodgers, they have the defense, they have the offensive weapons, they have the run game. I really believe that Aaron Rodgers could potentially take them to the next level. Now, they may need another piece or two here and there, but I think that Cleveland with Aaron Rodgers would be better than Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. It would still be a sort of a tough situation in the division, but it is a team that I really think could win a Super Bowl with an Aaron Rodgers, because you would have tremendous quarterback play. It would fix immediately a lot of the issues that Cleveland seems to have that is caused by Baker Mayfield, whether people want to see it or not. But they have this just fascination and obsession with Baker, and he's just undersized. He's not great at decision making, and he has lost more games than he has won, and proven time and time again, he is not a franchise quarterback that can win you a Super Bowl. Number 4, I think the Cowboys, America's team, it's not my favorite team, but it's a team that I think would be an immediate contender based on what we saw this year with an Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is a major upgrade over Dak, and I think that the Cowboys themselves are really sort of on the fence with Dak, and I think that you could get something done in order to fit Aaron Rodgers onto that roster. You'd have the defense, you have the receiving core, you have the running back who may be more successful with an Aaron Rodgers and his abilities immediately making that impact. I really think Aaron Rodgers could take the Cowboys to the next level and make them an immediate contender. I mean, right off the bat, they would be light years better than they are now, in my opinion. And I think, again, they'd be a better team than the Packers are right now. I think they'd be a better team than if he did go to Denver. I think that they have all the pieces they need outside of an elite, top 5 quarterback. If they had an Aaron Rodgers, I really believe that the Cowboys would be in the argument for the best team in the NFL. Their division would be easily winnable, just like Green Bay. You don't have to worry about, the competition really, because you're likely going to just blow out that competition in that division. So you're winning your division for sure. And then all you need to do is just win a couple games, and now you're in the Super Bowl. And I think that this is a team that is very capable in doing so with an Aaron Rodgers. Without him, I don't see it. They've proven time and time again that they underperform. Dak, he has these monstrous games sometimes, but they're really just empty stats. Nothing gets resolved. I mean, he's had like 400-yard games and they've only scored like 13 points. And so that's a big issue. But in Aaron Rodgers, if he has a game like that, you're getting 28 to 35 points. And I really think that Aaron Rodgers makes them a legit contender. But moving on to number 3, Steelers. Steelers is a team that many have thrown out there as a easy fit for Aaron Rodgers. Big Ben retiring. You have Aaron Rodgers plug in. You got a coaching staff who, in my opinion, is a little outdated. I think Tomlin has really struggled in many ways to adapt to a more modern offense. That's just my opinion. I'm sure other people would disagree with that, but there's a reason their offense hasn't been great over the years, and I think Tomlin is a big reason as to why. But I think that, again, Steelers have everything they need with a Aaron Rodgers to win a Super Bowl. I think he is a major upgrade again to Big Ben. Big Ben is a shell of his former self, couldn't really throw the long ball, and he really struggled when they needed him. He had moments of brilliance that showed why he was Big Ben, but he's not the Big Ben of old. He's not the Big Ben that is winning Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers is the guy that I think would come in and immediately make them a contender. Again, they have the defense, they have the young core, they have the receivers, they have run game. Tomlin, I'm sure, could make a lot happen with an Aaron Rodgers. That offense immediately would be majorly upgraded. The division, again, you'd probably win the division. It'd probably be a breeze for the most part. And now you're, like I said, you're a couple games from the Super Bowl and you're an immediate contender. I just think the Steelers, a household name, another America's team in many ways, fans of the Steelers all over the world. So you would be thrust in the spotlight. You're going to make your money. You're probably going to win a bunch of games. You're going to win your division. You're very likely to make it to the Super Bowl. A big thing that is a real possibility is with the Chiefs, because the Chiefs very likely are still going to be the favorites next year. But fatigue is a major factor. You can kind of argue the fatigue this year with the Bengals game, but that's neither here nor there. I really think that Aaron Rodgers immediately makes the Steelers a contender, a real contender in the NFL. But moving on to our number 2. We are in the top 2. And coming in at number 2, I think the Titans would be a fantastic fit for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you have arguably the best running back. You have a defense. You have a pass rush. You have receiving cores. He's a major upgrade over Tannehill. I think that this year even, with Aaron Rodgers, they win the Super Bowl. I think against the Rams, I definitely think they beat the Bengals, and I think that they would have beaten the Chiefs, and I think you're talking about a Super Bowl winning team with Aaron Rodgers this year over Tannehill. Not just that, but Aaron Rodgers supposedly, Pat McAfee talked about it, Aaron Rodgers supposedly bought some land over in Tennessee, so maybe he is thinking. It's something that I think is a real possibility. He maybe could go to the Titans, and I think immediately they become one of the, if not the best teams in the entire NFL. If they can stay healthy, I think that you're talking about the best team in the NFL. I mean, seriously, they were extremely unhealthy this year, had all kinds of injuries, all kinds of issues, and they still did what they did. They still won their division. They still were a number 1 seed. With Aaron Rodgers, all of that just gets skyrocketed, and now you're up there. If you don't win a Super Bowl, I think it'd be a disappointment with the talent that the Titans have at this moment within Aaron Rodgers. You're immediately way better, in my opinion, than the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos and the other teams that I mentioned ahead of time. I just think you have everything you could possibly want, from coaching to defense, to pass rush, to receiving core, to a running back, to everything to win a Super Bowl. And I just think that Aaron Rodgers immediately has a chance, a real chance, arguably as great, if not better of a chance as Tom Brady's roster when he went to the Bucs the first year and won the Super Bowl. The Rams, they were sort of on the fence, made some changes, added Von Miller, things like that, went all in, OBJ, and then all of a sudden was like, okay, this team is like legit. They went all in, where Tom Brady went to the Bucs, and you were like, that team's winning the Super Bowl. It was that good of a roster with the Tom Brady. Now, to me, the Titans are that with an Aaron Rodgers. And I really think Aaron Rodgers takes them to the next level. But coming in at number 1, the San Francisco 49ers. I think if you swapped Jimmy Garoppolo with Aaron Rodgers again, they beat the Rams. They're in the Super Bowl. They likely win the Super Bowl this year. I think Aaron Rodgers with the San Francisco 49er roster is the best team in the NFL. I think, that, again, they have everything you could want in a championship caliber team. You have the defense, you have the pass rush, you have the pass protection, you have the star and Debo, you have the run game, you have the coach, you have the front office, you have the organization, you have the spotlight. I mean, everything you could possibly want, the 49ers have for Aaron Rodgers to be successful and win a Super Bowl. And I mean, you probably are winning 2 or 3 even. I wouldn't be shocked, because that team is so well run. Your offense is going to be incredible under Kyle. You have all of the intangibles, all of the pieces to really get it done. I mean, they've been arguably a contender the last several years. Last year, I mean, not this past year, but the year before that, where they didn't even make the playoffs, that was due to injury. I mean, if they were healthy, people were talking about them going back to the Super Bowl, but injuries happened, it became an issue, and they didn't have the success that they had the year prior. Well, guess what happened? Everyone was healthy for the most part, and they were a win away, had the lead, ready to go to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is on that team, they win the Super Bowl. I just think that happens. I think Aaron Rodgers being on the 49ers would be the best team in the NFL front to back, and you win a Super Bowl. I really do. I think that I don't see why they wouldn't if they can stay healthy. Of course, injuries to key players, things like that, of course, always becomes an issue. But if you just swap Jimmy G with Aaron Rodgers, that team wins this year, and they probably win next year too. So that would be my number one spot. Like if I could pick anywhere for Aaron Rodgers to go to, it'd be the 49ers. I'm not a 49ers fan. It's just, I'm just a person that sees the 49ers and goes, wow, if Aaron Rodgers was on that team is ridiculous. You're winning your division. You're winning the Super Bowl. I just don't see how that wouldn't be the end result, assuming, again, everyone's healthy, all the cards are in play. I just think that you have everything you could ever want with the 49ers from top to bottom to win a Super Bowl. But as always, this is a discussion, and I want to hear from you. So I pass the question on to you. What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's going to go to one of the teams that I mentioned? Do you think he goes to the Broncos? Do you think he stays in Green Bay and says, hey, you know what, I'll ride it out here? Or do you think the other option, retirement? I mean, that's a big thing that he's toyed around with. He's thrown it out there several times, and it wouldn't really surprise me if I'm being honest. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notifications. Stay up to date with all things sports. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.